Well, now for our main soccer action, a quarter-final of the European Cup involving the defending champions Aston Villa, whose last taste of continental opposition was in the European Super Cup against Barcelona, a violent game which cost the Spanish side £20,000 in fines and 4 players banned from European matches. Well, tonight promised something much better than that, with the remarkable talent on display in the Juventus side, a team made up almost entirely of World Cup stars. Now, Villa, remember, are trying to keep the European Cup in England, where it's been for the last 6 years. So tonight's match, a quarter-final, first leg, and our commentator at Villa Park is Barry Davis.
The champions of Europe, side by side with more than half the champions of the world. And the meeting of Aston Villa and Juventus, the biggest European night so far at Villa Park. Plenty of support for Juventus and obviously for the home side. And not all the supporters of Juventus have had to cross the channel. The Aston Villa team showing 2 changes compared with last Saturday. Peter With, who's been serving a domestic suspension, returns, but they're without Alan Evans, who was booked in the Super Cup match here against Barcelona. So it's a timely return from injury by Des Bremner, who tonight will play in the back 4. The Juventus lineup, including 6 players who played in Italy's victorious side in the World Cup, and the leading player from France, Platini, and from Poland, Boniek. It's a night when chances will be at a premium, and it will be interesting to see how many can be made by this man, Gordon Cowans, a week after making his England debut. Now the West German referee gets the game underway, Walter Eschweiler, who was their referee in the World Cup, with Aston Villa attacking the goal to our right. First challenge came from Cowans, and surely a free kick will be given. The injured player was Platini. Here's Cabrini. Faced by Blair. Bettiger. And a nice turn. Williams with him. Cabrini with the cross. Oh, and a magnificent goal by Paolo Rossi again. The man who scored 6 in the World Cup finals scores a spectacular opener after a really good move down the left side, involving first Bettiger and then Cabrini. And no wonder the Italian supporters are showing their utter delight. It was a lovely turn in the first place by Bettiger, then he set up Cabrini for the cross, and look at the space that Rossi had coming in on the near post to give Spink no chance. Who said they'd come here for a 0-0? A goal in 40 seconds for the Italian champions. It was Bettiger who started it, a man who missed the last World Cup because of injury. A former considerable servant to his country. Shirea. Here's McNaught. Shaw. And the Shaw goes away. Gentile goes with him. There they are together. The rest of the marking has Brio taking Ken McNaught. There's Cowans on the ball. It's not too obvious yet who's going to mark him. Good play, and unlucky from Dennis Mortimer. Rossi's been finding goals hard to come by. He broke a drought that went back to the beginning of November, only 2 weeks ago. He really took that one, but he had so much room with the header. Familiar figure of Dino Zoff. With Blair. Taken by Bonini, ran a bit kindly, nice touch from Boniek. Platini. Now he'll show his pace. Williams staying alongside him, but he picks out Boniek. Good cover by Gibson. With trying to lose the attentions of Brio and failing to do so. But I want to get on with everything very quickly. Here's Morley, being pushed and pulled all over the place by Bonini. Blair with Williams. We made the opening, and it wasn't a bad try. Came slightly off the outside of the boot, I suspect. He saw the possibilities of the shot, having gone inside his man, but didn't quite get the boot round the ball. Nort's come a long way, and rightly. Tardelli. Bettiger. Cabrini available, as he seems to be on every attack. Bettiger. Platini. Bettiger was looking a lot younger than his 32 years. Oh, and very nearly an own goal by Gibson. He was so conscious of the man behind him that he'd beaten Spink, and Villa was saved by the crossbar. Bettiger curling the ball, Gibson aware of a player behind him, and was lucky to survive. It's too long. McNaught away. This is Tardelli. Rossi. There's a lot of room there to turn. Cabrini. And really, Aston Villa cannot give Juventus the room that they're being given, particularly this man. He had so much room then to turn, he could not have believed it. Certainly wouldn't get that when he's playing in Italy. And Cabrini finding so much space on the left side of the field. And if he'd have made better use of that shot, Villa would be 2 down. Blair. Here's Cowens. It's a corner. Bonini, number 4, covering the near post. No Villa player. Now Shaw goes into the 6-yard area. And McNaught is up and scored, but the whistle had gone. The whistle had gone for a push by the scorer, I believe. He made his way through the crowd. Well, it would be interesting to know who pushed who. It looked to be more that posse on the near post than McNaught himself. Esweiler certainly showed by his movement that he'd given it for a push. Good 50-50 challenge by both players, and Williams hobbles out of it. Cowens being made to work hard in the middle of the field. Mortimer. Italians again dropping back in numbers. And they include Rossi this time. Ruiz comes to try to make it his. And Bettiger would have felt his presence. Cowens. Looking for width. Got the knockdown, but nobody coming in on it. Bremner caught in 2 minds and left nowhere. having to struggle. Williams, the injured player. Promising. This is Morley. Maybe wanted to strike the ball too soon. Well, he had the opening, but he wasn't prepared to try and get past that man. Mortimer with Morley. Shaw did well to take it. Gentile was kicking out, one might not want to go far too deeply. Platini. Bettiger. Rossi. Cabrini. With a great bit of freedom once more. Thinking about the shot, and it wasn't a bad one either. He was destined to go inside the near post. Blair. Shaw, followed by Gentile. With waiting in the middle, with Brio at his back. Came away from him quite a lot then. And the whistles come from the Italian supporters. Bremner very nearly played into trouble. Mortimer. No, it asked too much. Brio able to go across and cover. And there's always an extra man to be beaten too. Chiré would have come across if the ball had been pushed through. Gibson very much an attacker. Mortimer. Morley. And Bonini thought about it and didn't. Well played by Zoff. Giovanni Trapattoni, the coach we just saw then of Juventus, on the right. Now Blair. Now Morley. With in the middle, Shaw in the middle. Here's Shaw, it's a useful turn, but he can't get the stab in. And the referee looking from some distance away as Shaw turns and appeals for a penalty for a push as he was bundled over in his efforts to get the ball. But the referee probably saw that as evens, and he could well have been right. A corner is all that Villa get. Shaw waits in the 6-yard area alongside Gentile. McNaught can't get to the ball. Came down to Blair. And it's a goal kick. But Villa needing something to get them back into this match, and Shaw was hoping he might have got something here. It was a turnaround. Bonini. Was that a genuine attempt to get the ball? I must say, in my opinion, it was. Aston Villa bringing on Eamon Deasy in place of the injured Gary Williams. So very little going right for Aston Villa, who started without one key defender and have now lost another. Cabrini. Bettiger. He was rather looking for it, but it was a free kick. Platini. Curled away. How deep Tony Morley is to start things off again. Here's Cowans. Gibson. Girea won it. And the free kick has been given, as the referee says that Mortimer backed into him. Bettega and Rossi forward for Zoff to find. Drops into midfield. Blair. Cowens. McNaught. Bremner. Every Italian behind the ball. And Villa just not looking like finding a way through. And the home side will not be sorry when half-time comes and it's only seconds away. Cabrini. McNaught. DC. Challenge was from Bettega. And the stripes are all behind the ball again. Bounce was a bit unkind to Mortimer. Platini. Rossi. Boniek. Cowens. Challenge by Bonini, who puts himself around. He's very much the workhorse of the midfield, the number 4. He's coming across again to deny Gibson, but at the expense of a corner. And there will not be time for the corner. And we come to the end of a half in which the champions of England have really looked a shadow of their real selves. And Juventus, scoring through Rossi, number 9, in 40 seconds, have shown a great deal of their quality. During half-time, time for the crowd to talk about the goal that was disallowed. For a push, said the referee, but by who? The only push was possibly that one, which seemed pretty innocuous, by Gary Shaw. But Ken McNaught, coming in, certainly met the ball cleanly and beat Zoff all ends up. Aston Villa have scored in every home game this season so far. That's a record which will have to be maintained, surely, if they're to hang on to the European Cup. There's Gary Shaw, who scored 5 times in European competition. He's now equal with Rossi as the top scorer in the tournament. Explanation from Mr. Eschweiler. Cowens. DC. Gentile just making sure that Morley didn't make a quick run in. Has to be the most ill-named footballer around. Blair. Brio, there in front of Peter With. Brio has certainly come out on top of their particular confrontation. Boniek. Platini. Boniek chasing. And he just caught DC. Blair. Morley coming across the field, finding 2 for company and giving the ball away. And here's Rossi. Only has one for company at the moment. Now 3. Platini. Bonini invited the challenge. The ball was a little bit short and Bonini felt the challenge. Cabrini. Bettiga. Oh. By McNaught, said he went for the ball. The fact was that Rossi was between him and the ball, and there's no way that a referee of any quality would not have given a free kick. McNaught, incidentally, one of 3 Aston Villa players already with 1 yellow card against his name in this competition. Second for him would remove him from the second leg against Juventus. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, surely that's 10 yards. Boniek shot. It was quite a hoof. There, waving everybody away from him. Shaw's gone out to the right. Gentile has gone with him. Here's Mortimer. Free kick. Tripped by Bonini. Platini doing the organising. Three to run from the near side as we look. Now Morley making it 4. The Italians making quite sure that every man is covered. And Gibson shot, and the first time really that Soft has been forced into action. Wasn't the easiest of bounces, and he was down there very early. Gibson, the referee, was slightly in his way, the ball swerving a little bit. Has come to the near post. With is further over. It was won by Brio. Dangerous play by Blair. Free kick has been given. Well, the referee decides to play on, but he signalled as though he'd given the free kick. And here's Rossi for Juventus. Cut out at full stretch, literally, by Gibson. Counts. And the crowd trying to lift the home team. Morley. Shaw coming across, Bettiga just in front of the back 4. Tardelli, who's seen mainly as a defender. Rossi, Shaw's got to hold it for support. That's better, a bit more space for Morley. Shaw with, unfortunately for Villa, with didn't read it. There's more aggression at the start of this half from Aston Villa. Brio. Bettiga. The free kick is given against Blair. Much to the Scotsman's disappointment. Big number 5 there. Brio has certainly had a grip of Peter with. I just wonder whether they might offer him a different challenge later by bringing on Mark Walters. Blair. Another silly trip by Bonini. Was quite needless. There was a defender there about to challenge, and he just put a foot in and sent Blair tumbling. The kick is taken. McNaught is at the back of the far post. Blair was taken with some hurry and had to be. Feeling very much that if Villa could find a goal of whatever quality, the whole atmosphere and style of the match would change. Bremner with the header. Boniek. Blair with Mortimer, Shaw. Morley. Good challenge. Platini, Bonini. A little bit of jumping going on. Morley. Good challenge by Shirea. But Cowans. Gibson calling for it this side, number 3. Everything right of him. Oh, that's a fine try! And a super goal by Gordon Cowans. 54 minutes. And Gordon Cowans brings Villa Park to life. The Italians were conscious of the head of Peter With, and Cowans appeared in front of With. It's going for With now. In comes Cowans, and it was a lovely goal. So England's new man has given his club side new hope. Tony Barton, the manager, on his feet. Here's Bonini. And Villa have to keep the pressure on. Bonini. Tardelli. Cabrini. Cabrini. The referee didn't like it. And it looks as though the yellow card is going to be shown. And the yellow card indeed has been shown. And it was for that challenge by DC, and not the one that followed. Bettiger said this will be his last season of Italian football before he goes to the States. He's now 32, but certainly looks to have a lot of life left in the evidence so far. Number 7 there in the foreground. Hair's been grey for many years. That's a nice touch. This is Rossi, and that's a good tackle by Bremner. Very different Villa in this half. Here's Mortimer. Too far for Morley to run. Shirea. Bettiger. Boniek. Nicked away by Gibson. Morley to the right of Mortimer. The other way is with. Pass was rather hit at him and the back of him too. DC. And still. Mortimer looking for Shaw. Oh, that's a good save. Came in back between Shaw and With. And Zoff had to stretch. Right, finding With. Booze because the ball was kicked away. Cowans. Brio. DC. Shaw. Blair. DC. Bremner. happier on that right side, Brenda. But the impetus has gone, for a moment at least, from Aston Villa. Oh dear, Bettega made so much of that. If he can be flattened that much by a player of the build of Cowans, then he must be getting on a bit. Here's Boniek, DC for company, has followed him across, but he got to push in first, surely. Boniek. Bonini. Boniek. Bettega makes a forward run. Away by Bremner. Tardelli. Beautifully chipped up. Bonini. Boniek. Rossi. Boniek. Unable to control it going through. I'm not sure the pass wasn't intended anyway for Bettega. Blair. With, comes away from his man. Shaw. Met by Tardelli. With Mortimer. Q of 3 on the far post. Mortimer's forward as well. Q's come across to the near. And they can move away because the referee says goal kick. Ten minutes left. And the results of the day so far not all being too well for a continuation of England's 6-year run as holders of the European Cup. Yes, the referee's quite right. It was a push by DC. Still no sign of movement on the Villa bench. And here's Rossi! And he was pushed onto the far post. And Villa escaped. They went to sleep then, and they were indebted to Nigel Spink for a really good save. Bit of good fortune for the goalkeeper, as Rossi thought that he'd sealed the tie. Bonini. Shaw. Villa seemed to go to sleep from the free kick. And this was hit very hard by Rossi. And the parry took it up onto the woodwork and away. And Nigel Spink, who came into the final last year for his first taste of the European Cup, keeps the holders in contention still. Rossi. Long for Boniek. Blair got in the way. And well, Cabrini. That's a lovely ball by Platini, and Boniek! Oh, what a marvellous goal. The two foreigners, who it is said have found it difficult to settle to Italian football, contrive a second goal for Juventus with just 7 minutes of this first leg remaining. It was quite superbly played through first time with the outside of the right boot and finished with a rasping shot that gave Spink no earthly chance. It's all black and white. And I think in print it will suggest that the holders have an absolutely mountainous task on their hands. Blair. Cowans. And the free kick has been given to Aston Villa. And Boniek, the scorer, suddenly becomes Boniek the offender. And just a sign of remorse. Four to run from the near side as we look. Blair. Interesting punch, and there's some distance from Zoff. Gibson. McNaught. Met by Gentile. Blair. Bremner. That's the chase for Boniek. But it would beat all by Nigel Swink. And they're all waiting for it to be returned. McNaught tries around the ground. Juve. With so easily seen by Platini. Rossi. This side is Boniek. Doesn't matter what he does it with such supreme confidence. Bremner. Shaw running on, but no one there to apply the finishing touch. Cowans. As we move into the last minute. DC. Morley is down the touchline. Really haven't seen very much of Morley. With has been mastered in the air. Shaw has suffered as a result. It's been a few occasions that With has won it. Boniek. DC. Under pressure from Bettiger. Mortimer. Gibson to his left. Shaw with the other way. The seconds running out. The referee looks at his watch. And half-hearted appeals, but the whistle which blows is the final whistle. And Juventus have gained a 2-1 victory from this first leg. Their opening goal by Rossi after only 40 seconds, and it took really Villa all the first half and a little bit of the second to recover. Boniek getting their second, with Gordon Cowans suggesting a Villa comeback, which in the end died. It would be wrong to write off their chances. They still have a hold on the European Cup, albeit a tenuous one. What one can say in all simplicity is that Aston Villa will need to produce their best performance so far in European football if they are to retain the European Cup. When they go to play Juventus in Turin 2 weeks tonight.
So only the immediate reaction will be that Villa's hold on the European Cup is, to put it mildly, a bit tenuous, but you obviously can't think that.
No, it's only halfway over, Barry, from our point of view. We got a second bite of the cherry, and that's important to us, but I felt all the time it was 1-1. It made life a little bit easier. We went to sleep in the first 30 seconds, and then we went to sleep again when they scored their second goal. And we suffered on both occasions. But no, we don't think it's all over yet by any stretch of the imagination.
Having come back into the match through the goal by Gordon Cowans, I felt that before Juventus made it 2-1, that you began to lose your way a little bit.
Yeah, we lost a little bit of discipline. I think the fact that we were in 1-1 and we desperately needed a second goal, and I think we lost a discipline a little bit and started pushing forward, and consequently, you know, they're very good at catching on the break, and they did. And if it hadn't been for Nigel Spink making a very good safe push against the post, we might have been 3 down.
What was said at half-time?
Well, we G'd them up. You know, I mean, we went to sleep for the first 30 seconds, there's no question. I mean, he had a free header, and you can't do that with people like Rossi around.
How much can that be put down to the fact that you suddenly had to change your central defence?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can use that as an excuse, because there was 3 defenders and one of theirs, and he had a free header. I mean, someone's got to pick him up. So, you know, we've got to accept the blame for that. But after that, I felt we got ourselves back in the game and put them under a lot of pressure. 1 or 2 chances maybe, but at half-time we said, you know, it's you know, we keep playing and it'll come. And when it was 1-1, I honestly felt that we might just well turn it over then.
But you must know better than anybody that your side is capable of playing better than we've seen tonight.
Yeah, I didn't think they played that badly. I mean, you've got to look at the Juventus side. They play very, very well. They get men behind the ball. They deny you space. And they're a great example that if there's any problem in the box, they don't stand on any ceremony. It's got to be out of the box, and they don't mind when they put it.
Well, without question, a daunting task facing Villa in the replay, or rather the second leg. But without being at their best, I thought they were unlucky to lose. I would see nothing wrong at all when McNaught headed home from Cowan's corner, a potential equaliser to Rossi's explosive header at the start. A look at the evidence available shows that Villa was robbed, as they say. You can see McNaught, and there was nothing wrong in his part now. He was arrowed there, and it's as clean a header as you would ever see. Perfectly timed jump, his eye on the ball, no question, he got there first and placed it perfectly. But our remote camera shows Shaw, number 8 there, and the part that he played. Does he foul, or is it the defender backing into him and turning it off? Well, you can see as well as I can that there's no doubt that there was no offence committed there. A bad break for Villa. And when Cowans did equalise, he rightly took the glory. But if you trace the move back, you'll see it was the spirited tackle from Sabe Mendisi that won the ball and inspired the surge. And it really was some tackle. Bonini on the ball here, and he had to go in with everything there, playing the ball, being knocked over in the process, but it gave Cowans the chance to get onto it, lose it, find a toe poke to get it back again, and eventually it's he, when the ball bounces to him for the 3rd time, that wriggles it out, finds Gibson on the left, and then makes up the ground for that really wonderful goal. But as I say, it was DC's inspired tackle, really, that created the surge and the excitement for that. Well, just to put the record absolutely straight, DC's yellow card was totally unjust. No player should ever be at risk of being punished if he attempts to play the ball, let alone when he does and times a tackle to perfection. Just look at this. No question that he's poised there, waiting to time, waiting his moment, and in he goes, a perfect lunge, sole of the boot on the ball, and not the player. Well, it's that sort of unfair punishment for nothing that upsets professional players and makes them scream about inconsistent refereeing.